What's up, guys? Long time no video. I know it's been a while, but I'm coming back to you today to just post a video. The first time in a long time. And the subject of today's video is going to be my 2-year ownership review of the car I'm sitting in, which you guys don't even know about because the whole time I've had it, I haven't posted on the channel. So let's get it started. Oh wait, Acura TL, base, auto, yes, I know, unfortunately. This is the car that you guys have not seen on the channel at all. And why? Don't know. Just really didn't do much with the channel for a little bit. Kind of died out. I was kind of getting bored of it. Got busy with working, all that good stuff. But I got this. This was the car that replaced the PT Cruiser, which is a very good upgrade from a PT Cruiser. And yeah, so I've had it for about 2 years now. And unfortunately, it is time for this car to go. So yeah, this is it. This is the TL. It's got coilovers. It's got a full exhaust, cold air intake. The wheels are painted black. It's got Type S headlights with clear side markers. It's got an endless RPM, shark mouth grille. It's got HCI rear window visor. I think it's HCI, maybe HIC. Don't know for sure. It's got a few stickers on it that are just for grins. But yeah, so this is the car. It has been a very, very, very fun 2 years with this car, I will say. No complaints on my end, really at all. This car was, you may recognize it, was reviewed by that dude in blue. Did that about around this time last year. The video has like 120,000 views, I think, on YouTube almost now. Pretty good video. He's such a cool dude. He's so down to earth. He's exactly how he is in the videos. Still definitely one of my favorite YouTubers. It was a really cool experience getting to have him review one of my cars. He is at some point going to review the Stratus. Just haven't decided when yet. Let's dive into this 2-year ownership review. So this video is going to be a lot of talking, but there is going to be a lot of clips from taking this thing out cruising, racing. Get him. I throw a bunch of pictures that I've taken of it in there because I got quite a few good pictures of this car. Some with the Stratus in it too. So you guys get to see that. If you guys haven't seen that in a while either, so a video on that soon. I just have to get around to making it because it's come a long way since you guys last saw it. Manual swap is done and has been done for a while, and it's working. And it's working great, and the car is a completely different animal with the manual in it. But back to the TL. So the TL was always a car I wanted to own. I've always liked the way they look. I know you can do a lot of stuff to them. I know they're pretty good. I mean, it's an Acura, but it's a Honda, so they're definitely reliable. I knew they were fairly quick for what they are. They got good power. They sound good. They've got VTEC, and they're just nice cars in general. So I finally got one. Ended up going with an 08 base auto. When I got it, it was all stock. I got it with 151,000 miles on it. Got it from a dealership for about $5 grand. And it was very, very, very nice upgrade from the PT Cruiser. For 2008, it definitely did pretty darn good. I will say that. You'll see with some of these clips that I have, I've raced several cars from around the same year and era time frame that it runs really, really well with, and better than some. So yeah. So I got this thing, and I love it. I don't want to get rid of it. I guess I'll start with my 10 things I like and 10 things I don't like. So 10 things I don't like is going to be pretty challenging because, to be honest, there is very, very little I don't like about this car. Very little. I may not even be able to get a whole 10. It may end up being 5 things I don't like and 5 things I do really like or something. But I'm going to start with things I don't like. I know at least a couple off the top of my head. A lot of these things I don't like can be very nitpicky because, like I said, there's not much I don't like about the car. So they're going to be very stupid. I don't know, stupid, but very tiny things that aren't really a big issue whatsoever. One is the turning radius. This thing turns about as sharp as a school bus. Second thing, so this car, I'm sure, was probably still fairly new with some of the technology, how like the auto mirrors that move down when you put it in reverse and back up and stuff, and they haven't aged all that great. Most of the time they don't even work, and sometimes they do, and when they do, most of the time they don't go back to the right spot, and it's honestly kind of funny to me. It's also kind of annoying sometimes having to readjust my mirror again multiple times, but it's really not that big a deal, but it's something that could have been improved for sure. Another thing, this is kind of like 3 in 1 because it's all kind of the same topic. So, and it's really it's not necessarily a problem with the car. I mean, I guess it is because the TLs are notorious for this. Dashboard cracking, the leather seats cracking and just basically going to nothing. And then the cup holder slider cover in the middle, which mine unfortunately just broke like last week. So that's cool. Had this car for 2 years. Dashboard's not cracked, seats still look great. Cup holder thing was working great. It's a perfect spot to put your phone if it's working. But it broke. So there's not really much you can do about it unless you replace the whole cup holder assembly, which is kind of annoying. So those 3 things, like I said, not huge things as long as you actually take care of your car like you're supposed to. Keep it clean, condition those seats in the dash like you should, and you probably won't have issues with it, because I haven't. So that's 3. Let me think if I can think of something else. This can be one, but it's not going to be an issue for every TL. It's just going to be probably car to car, or it just may be a wear thing from the thing being old. So the little buttons that are like right here that indicate if the door is open or closed. This one on the driver door specifically is getting I don't know if it's getting worn out or what, but like if you're cornering hard or if you have your leg resting on the door and you're turning, it'll ding at you like the door is open when it's not. So that can be kind of annoying. Like I said, still really not that big of an issue. Not that big a deal at all. It's just kind of annoying sometimes. One, you could say the back seat doesn't fold down. It just has a center pass through, which really isn't a big deal to me, but it may be a big deal to some other people that would like the seat to fold down. But they did it, and it's like that in here because they have extra chassis stiffening, like bracing back there in that pass through to make this thing's chassis a little stiffer. This is probably my last one because I can't really think of anything else. Is the city gas mileage, which really isn't bad, but it's just not quite as good as you would think it would be, considering it's a Honda. But it is a V6. It is a 3,600 pound car, so I mean it's not terrible. On average, I would average anywhere with my driving, so my more spirited driving, more heavy foot kind of driving, I would average around 22 to 24 city, which isn't horrible. You can get really good gas mileage on the highway. This thing, I've gotten 36 miles to the gallon on the highway out of it, which is kind of crazy considering it's a V6 and it's this heavy and it's this old, and it's getting just as good of gas mileage as modern cars on the highway, a lot of them anyway. So I think that's going to do it for my list of things I don't like, because I think that's honestly it. trying to figure out 5 things I really like more than like other things about the car. So we'll go with number 1. My number 1 favorite thing about this car is the way it sounds. With the more recent exhaust setup that's been put on it since the Dat Doom Blue review, it's full catless now, and it sounds amazing. You guys are going to hear it here in a second. I'll probably put a clip in right now. Opinion, and a lot of people probably aren't going to agree with it, this is probably one of the better sounding, in my opinion, it's one of the best sounding V6s. Granted, it has a lot to do with the exhaust setup and all that kind of stuff, but it sounds phenomenal. Like, if a VQ sounded like this, and nobody would complain about VQs, I'll tell you that much. It's just, it sounds really good, and you guys are going to hear. Number 2 would definitely have to be the looks. The car looks, even in stock form, the car looks really good. It hasn't aged hardly at all. Number 3, probably going to go with the, like, how nice the car is overall. Like, interior wise, for 2008, the only stuff in this car that's not soft touch is like the plastic around the shifter and like this plastic like around the radio and stuff. Other than that, even the freaking handles up here, these are freaking leather wrapped and they're soft to the touch. And I sat in a brand new Lincoln Continental, a freaking $110,000 Lincoln, and it had hard plastic handles up here. Not even leather wrapped or soft. So Acura took it to another step to make those soft touch. I know they did that. The dash is soft, everything on the doors is soft. Even the little mat pockets on the doors are wrapped in leather. It's got real aluminum trim down along the doors and in the center console, which is cool. The seats are really comfortable and they hug you good enough that you can have some spirited driving and not feel like you're going to fall out of your seat. Back seats super comfortable also. Let's see, number 4, I would have to say the power. This thing's top end power is really good. It's got all kinds of power up top, and but with the new exhaust setup that's on it going catless now, it pretty much fixed the down low issue. It's still not the torquiest thing in the world, but it's got boatload. It's got enough torque now to spin the tires through first gear if you launch it, when before you'd be lucky if you get a chirp. So going catless definitely helped with the low end torque, and just made the car that much more fun to drive because you don't always have to be sitting in the high RPM to get moving, which was nice. And these things stocked right at like 253 horsepower. Nothing crazy, but it's a pretty fun 253 horsepower because it's way up top and you gotta rev it out. And with the exhaust and everything and the intake, you can hear VTEC cracking, all that good stuff. So it's a pretty fun 250 horsepower car. I'd say this thing with the new setup and everything probably makes around 250 wheel, because it made 230 wheel in the old engine with the cats. And this thing's a different animal now without the cats. So it's probably making around 250 wheel, just a cold air intake and a full exhaust, which is pretty good considering it's rated at 253 at the crank from the factory. 5th thing I like about this car that I really like, probably the driving experience. It kind of goes along with the power. It's got good power. The thing handles amazing for what it is. You can really just hang on some back roads and not be scared. It's got tons of grip. The steering weight is great. The seating position is great. The brakes feel good. The whole driving experience of this car is just good. really good for this old of a car, for sure. So that's 5 things I don't like and 5 things I do really like. I guess to draw a conclusion, if you're thinking about getting one, definitely get one. They would make the best first cars for somebody. Even that dude, those are that dude Blue's words too. Like, he even said this is the best first car for under 10 grand, and you can get these you can get these under 5 easy. But best for easily, a freaking high school kid would feel like a baller driving one of these things. They're so nice, they're decently quick, and if you like cars and you do stuff to it, then you're gonna have fun with it. They're modifiable, they're easy to play with. Those are essentially just Hondas. But yeah, so if you're looking at getting one, get one. They're reliable as crap. I haven't had any issues out of this thing other than that second cat failing, and that could be due to a lot of things. It could just be it just happened by chance. It could also be because the car was lowered, and it was actually lower than it is now when it happened. And so, the exhaust is taking several hits from whether it be potholes or just humps in the road. So it could have just weakened it and broke it and finally let it go. But it had nothing to do with the reliability of the car, that's for sure. And if you go catless, then that can never happen. So it's a pretty easy way around that happening. Transmission, people say these things, transmissions are iffy. I haven't had a single issue with my transmission in this car. So I don't know why people are having so much problems with them, unless it's people just aren't maintaining them and then talking bad about it, which I can understand, because that's what a lot of people do. They talk about the negative, they don't talk about the positive, about everything in life. So yeah, in conclusion, if you're looking at buying one of these, do it. You won't regret it. If you had no idea, if you had no interest in one of these and you stumbled across this video and it really sparked your interest, go drive one and you'll see why. Buy one. You won't regret it. You heard it here. You can go watch that Jim Blues video. He'll tell you the same thing. Whether you're looking for a good, reliable daily driver for your kid's first car, or whether you're a car guy looking for a good, reliable daily that'll still be fun and you can do stuff too, this is definitely your car, 100%. There's a reason why people that have TLs have them forever, and it's because they are such good cars, people don't want to get rid of them. So yeah, that's going to be the end of the 2-year review part of it. Now I'm going to go try and get some like driving clips, get a couple in-car pulls, get a couple out-car pulls so you guys can really hear the exhaust. And then obviously I'm going to sprinkle those racing videos in throughout the video. So I forgot to record an outro, but I wanted to thank everybody for watching the video. If you made it this far, definitely appreciate it. Thought you liked that little teaser for what's coming with the Stratus. If you want to share this video with your friends or anybody that you know may be looking at an Acura TL to give them good insight on the car, I'll have Dat Doom Blues video linked in the description for his review of the car. And yeah, thanks y'all for watching. Hope y'all have a great night. And don't forget to subscribe if you feel like it. Thanks.